Hey guys, welcome to another video of Scent Saga. My name is Deep, and in this video, we are talking about this one. Ali Sher coming from Olga. Their take on Parfums De Marly Althair. I know Parfums De Marly Althair is a really popular perfume right now, and its clones are really popular as well. And I picked up two clones which I tested, which is Island Vanilla Dunes by Khadlaj and Liquid Brun by French Avenue. I didn't get the chance to purchase the OG or get a decant of OG because the perfume is kind of expensive. So I was trying the clones out to see how the smell exactly. And after smelling the clones, I can say like I absolutely love the DNA, which is a bit fresh, gourmandish perfume. That is my new love, I guess, where I can say that I like fresh gourmand perfumes, and these two are kind of in that same category. And after trying these two out, I was really intrigued by one video which I saw recently where this perfume was introduced by a popular YouTuber. And after I saw the review, I thought that let me get one, let me try this out and see how it pitches up against the clones that I've already tried. Is it something that I can recommend to people? I'm going to share my honest opinion about the same. This is not a paid or a sponsored video, because of lately I see some of the comments where you feel that the perfume reviews are kind of paid or sponsored or something. Unfortunately, this channel doesn't support paid promotions, so whatever I say is my own complete honest opinion. Whether you like it or you hate it, I'm really sorry, but that is how it is. First off, I would like to say that this perfume is selling for 650 rupees for 100 ml, and somehow I feel that at this point in time, this is the cheapest Parfums De Marly Althair clone that exists in the Indian market from Olga. If you have seen my previous videos, you already know that I kind of have a love and hate relationship with Olga. Like some of the perfumes that I absolutely loved, and then there were a few which I didn't like, and I came on camera and I kind of bashed the perfumes or said some negative stuff about the perfumes. In this case, my reaction is kind of mixed. There is some stuff that I absolutely loved, and there were a few areas where Olga could have done better. Before I talk about the stuff that I don't like, let me talk about the stuff that I absolutely loved about the perfume. First off, let's talk about the presentation. This looks decent, typical Olga style bottle design. And the atomizers, I think Olga did really work on the atomizers, and these one have got pressurized control atomizers. Is being thrown properly, it creates a nice mist. The bottles don't look cheap. I mean, I tested a few houses who are selling their perfumes for 50 ml for 7.99, 8.99, but however, the bottles are very cheap, and somehow I had to reject them because I didn't find justification to review the perfumes sheerly based on the bottles and the way the presentation was. It was, I mean, say if you have got a perfume A and a perfume B, and both of them are kind of in the similar category in terms of the blend quality, while perfume A is offering that similar blend but better packaging, and B is offering similar blend with a very trashy packaging, I don't think there is any point in highlighting B. So that is the reason a few of the companies I had to say no to. Although I know the focus should always be on the juice, but when two companies are providing the same juice, at least go for the one which actually gives you a better packaging. That is what I feel. Now coming to this particular perfume, if you don't know the smell of PDM Althair, in that case, let me tell you, after testing out the clones that already existed in the market, I can say that the smell of Althair basically smells like if you have ever had a Kinder Joy chocolate or a Ferrero Rocher chocolate, add a bit of spices to it, make it a bit more woody at the dry down, and you basically have Althair. It's a very sexy gourmandish perfume, but it's not choking, it's not dense, it's not overly done. And there is then a hint of orange blossom or neroli like note in it, which kind of adds a layer of freshness on top of that chocolatey, toffee, praline like vibe that already exists in the perfume. So all in all, this is a really awesome smell DNA, and Ali Sher kind of nailed on the smell structure in my opinion, because if you have ever smelled Liquid Brun, if you have ever smelled Khadlaj, which is Vanilla Island Dunes, I would say that this is more of a watered down version of Liquid Brun in my opinion, where the intensity of the smell I would say is around 70% of Liquid Brun. Liquid Brun is a very more dense, heavy, thick perfume when I compare it with this one, and I feel that that might be due to the oil concentration in the perfume, where I feel that Ali Sher has got reduced oil concentration when I compare it with Liquid Brun. What I personally feel is between these two, this is a bit more lighter, this is a bit more denser. This is way lighter than these two, okay? That is the only difference. But when it goes into the dry down, sheerly by the smell structure and the smell DNA, in the dry down, it's very hard to distinguish between this and this one, Island Vanilla Dunes. However, there is some differences between this in the dry down, but with Vanilla Island Dunes, it's kind of very similar. However, the intensity of the smell in terms of the projection and everything, Ali Sher is a bit reduced. It might feel a bit mellowed down. And again, I do understand why that is the case, because the concentration of the perfume oil I feel is a bit low. However, there's one thing that I do need to tell you about Ali Sher over here. The alcoholic blast on this perfume, like with Ali Sher, has reduced a lot. Typically, when I reviewed the Olga perfumes earlier, I used to say that they have a strong alcoholic blast in the opening. With Ali Sher, somehow they have mitigated that issue to a large extent. And over here, the alcoholic blast, you might feel the alcoholic blast maybe for 30 seconds or so, and then there isn't any. And somehow I'm surprised by how good the quality of the perfume is with Ali Sher. Like, Olga, you did a really good job. I wish the perfume oil concentration on this one, if you would have increased it a bit more, I would have been more happy. I have a feedback for you regarding this. Stay tuned in the end in case you're watching this video as well. Now, in terms of the smell structure, I already said this is very close to the Island Dunes in terms of the dry down. And in terms of, I already have seen like people because I haven't smelled the Parfums De Marly Althair, the OG. I have seen reviews where they say that it's around in that 80-85% smell structure DNA, while liquid Brun is said to be like 90% in that DNA. I would say if that is the case, then Ali Sher is also in that same ballpark when it comes to the smell structure. I know I'm claiming very big over here, but that is how I personally feel. In the dry down, it's very, very, very hard to distinguish between the three. However, there's a minute difference that my nose has picked up, which is over here, the note of praline, the note of spices, the note of woody characters, musk, ambroxan, if all those things are mixed together. Over here, it seems more well balanced, like nothing is added to more concentration. Like for example, with liquid Brun, I can say that the spiciness is a bit more over here. This has got a bit more ambroxan in it. Vanilla Dunes, I can say that this is less ambroxan heavy and it's a bit more airy. The spices are also a bit lesser, and over here, I feel that all those elements are kind of in a very proportionate balance, okay? Now, enough with the smell. What is the performance of this perfume like? This is where I feel that Olga could have done better. Why do I say that? The perfume kind of projects for 30 to 40 minutes max when applied on the clothes. The overall longevity of the perfume for me, when I have tested it out basically, is around 3.5 to 4 hours. Is that bad? I won't say no. It's not bad for the price that it comes at. Again, here I feel that pricing is a very, very, very crucial factor, because this perfume although is selling for 650, if you add it in the right combination, like they are also selling in combos, right? The effective price of this perfume reduces to around 400 or 450 rupees per bottle for 100 ml. So in that pricing, I really don't think I have a lot to complain over here if the perfume is lasting for around 4 hours, in my opinion. When applied on the clothes, basically, I haven't tested it in the skin, so I can't really say about that. But in clothes, it lasts for around 3.5 to 4 hours, projects for around 30 to 40 minutes. And I feel that because the perfume is so budget friendly, you can top it up, you can overspray it to attain a better result. But that is how with 10 to 12 sprays, that is the amount of performance and longevity that I have got with the perfume. When I compare it with liquid Brun, this is like way, way, way above when it comes to the performance. Same with Khadlaj Island Vanilla Dunes, okay? In case you want to see a comparison between these two, do let me know in the comment section. I will try my best to do that. And in case you want individual reviews, you can also, tell me about it. In the future, when there is a lot more clones out there, I will do a blind test to figure out the best Althair clone out there. But as of now, I only have this two. Now coming back to Ali Sher. I already talked about the presentation, the smell structure and the performance and longevity. Then what is left? My feedback for Olga. There are two. I have seen a couple of comments on my older videos about Olga that the shipping or the order fulfillment from Olga is kind of wonky. Like 7-10 days, people are waiting for the perfumes, they are not receiving it. Please, if you're listening to this video or if somebody is known to Olga, you can share this part. The feedback is get your logistics a bit more well-rounded, and I mean, there should not be a lot of delay. In my videos, there are some comments coming up. Unfortunately, I am not the representative of Olga, so I can't really help them out. But in case you're listening, there is a delay in the shipping and the logistics. Please take care of that, Olga. I feel that if you can get that part right, a lot of people will be happy and satisfied with the order fulfillment. Second, if you can create another version, like if you're listening and you can create another version with say a bit more oil concentration and name it like Ali Sher Intense or Ali Sher maybe some flanker, increase the price to maybe 200 rupees more, make this a bit more stronger. Say instead of 650, it's selling for 999 or say 899, but the oil concentration over here is a bit more and the performance kind of stretches to maybe in terms of longevity to say 6 hours and the projection to say 1 hour. In that case, hands down, I will say that this is the best clone of Althair in the Indian market that exists at the moment under the budget of 1000 rupees or so. Like, I am so confident about the perfume, just that I feel that the concentration could have been a bit more. I mean, that's completely my opinion. Again, you are running the brand, you know better what to do with the perfumes. So, I mean, that was my honest opinion about Ali Sher. A really good perfume for the price that it comes at. Kind of mimics the smell structure of Althair, to be honest. Identically, it's very, very, very hard to distinguish between the clones that I tested and this one in the dry down. And the only thing that I think could have been done better is the performance and projection for this perfume. Now, before I end the video, I do want to mention one thing. Who should buy this perfume and who should not buy this perfume, okay? Because I want to set it straight, because a lot of you are thinking like, these are paid promotions and all, why are you promoting perfumes like this? Please listen. Not everybody has the budget to go for perfumes which are above 2000. I do get that. And for people like that, I feel Olga has done a good job with Ali Sher. If you don't have the budget to spend more than 1000 rupees on a perfume, but you still want something which is in the DNA of Althair, please get Ali Sher. But do not complain on the longevity and projection, because you are compromising on certain aspects because you are paying less. If in case you want to get a lot more projection longevity, then go for these which are available at 2500-2600. But if you're in school, if you're in college, or you have a budget crunch, but you still need that Althair-like smell structure in your collection, do get Ali Sher. This is a really good date night fragrance, or something that I feel is very, very, very good as a close proximity, intimate setting like perfume. Say for an example, you're in a Netflix and chill kind of a setup with your partner coming very close proximity to you. In that case, you don't want to choke out that partner, but at the same time, you want to smell nice. For that reason, Ali Sher can do the job pretty well for you. If you have a budget and you can spend more, get the other clones. If you don't have a budget and you still want to look for an Althair clone out there, Ali Sher. So I think now I can end this video, and in case you have any queries or concerns with this particular perfume or any of these clones or any other perfume for that matter, please reach out to me via comment section or my Instagram channel, which is Scent Saga Online. I'll try my best to answer your queries as soon as possible. So with that, this is Deep signing off. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye-bye.